Okay, I'm gonna start this story over. It was a super short prelims. We ended up sitting near Nathan's family, not on purpose.
We were sitting there first.
We were sitting
in the media section. And we were like, hi.
Hi, how are you? And Nathan's dad was super sweet because Nathan and Anthony were in different prelims. So after they each won, the heats, their respective heats, he looked at us and he's like, "Oh, your two guys got in," and we were like, "Yay!" I mean, I was nervous, but at the same time, I felt like they were gonna work it out. But it's always a little nerve-wracking to watch. Definitely scarier to watch the finals and the prelims because I feel like I was like, "There's no way they're not gonna get in." But the interesting thing that happened with the heat that Nathan was in, so we're watching it and we're like screaming.
They were at the end.
We're like, "Go, Nathan!"
We're over here by the end, and they were over. They switched sides for that one.
And so we're watching. We're like, "Go!" And then it's clear toward the end that he's in the lead, but then he sort of like pops his head up and just he like slides into the wall.
And Candace and I literally, I don't even know if the noise made. We were like, "Oh!"
Because like I'd never seen that before from anyone.
And I sort of like to Candace, I was like, well, I guess that means like he felt okay about doing that, and that I was just like, there's more left in the tank. However, a tsunami of people that were like, didn't think that was particularly cool, shared that opinion with us, and we were like, we're just happy to be nominated. Yeah,
I guess because again, like we don't swim, so our perspective is different on things like that. And I guess the way that I felt about it was like, oh, he like is he feels in control of this race and is like saving for tonight. And so I didn't see it as being a negative thing, but I think some people felt like it was a little like cocky or whatever. But I thought it was actually pretty awesome. Roll around to Saturday night, high stress.
And I literally was just like out of my mind. Many other people in the media area filing stories, typing. I was like, ah! And then
literally
our friend Kelly from Ticket Live comes in. He's the one who filmed that. Comes in with a plate of cake it had blue icing, but then he turned it around and it was funfetti cake. And we both went,
don't tell me that is not cosmically significant.
There are no coincidences.
You know how many kinds of cake there are in this world, and it just happens that night funfetti cake is being served in hospitality. The 50 rolls around, and if you remember from Twitter, Anthony tweeted something earlier in the week about shaving, listening to Ozzy Osbourne. And then someone asked us a question like, well, who shaves Anthony's back? And then he's like, alas, it is unshaven. Anyway, so fast forward to earlier in the day, Saturday, I think there was a tweet regarding like, oh, you should get to pick out the walkout song because he's like the number one in the race. He's lane 4. And he was like, oh, really? I get to pick out the walkout song? And so I felt like from the fact that he was tweeting during the day of his race, I was like, he feels good.
Yeah.
This is a good sign. And so that was sort of like planted in our minds. Cut to the 50, they start walking out to Ozzy Osbourne Bark at the Moon, and we're like, Anthony picked that. Like, we didn't know for sure, but like, come on, that's more than a coincidence. And we found out later that he actually did pick it, which is awesome or rad. Nathan was in lane 6. Anthony was in lane 4. And it was
like, take your marks.
Intense. I feel like it was just all kind of a blur. And then, they touched the wall, and for whatever reason I got really sad because I realized that it was over, and they were playing that freaking I Had the Time of My Life song, and I was like, I did! And I got really sad, and it turned out they actually showed us on the fan cam right before Nathan's interview, and I'm a little upset that we weren't more celebratory, but we were tweeting.
We were tweeting for you.